Nicole, thank you very much for that. Nicole Sykes from the CBI. And let's explore this theme a little bit more because our business presenter, Ben Thompson, has been gauging reaction from industry leaders.
We're on the next stop of our road trip around the country looking at how different industries and sectors are affected by Brexit. Today we're in the City of London looking at financial services. It is a sector that employs more than 2 million people. 2/3 of those are around the country, not just here in the City of London. But what do they make of what they heard in Westminster last night, and will that uncertainty really affect business? Well, with me two people to explain a little bit more. Shanti, you're a portfolio manager at Coutts, and Simon runs an insurance firm. Morning to you both. Morning. Shanti, I mean, we tend to look at the City of London, don't we, to tell us what's happening in the economy, but 2/3 of the jobs are outside London. What do they make of what we've heard from Westminster?
Well, I don't think we've gotten any new information out of Westminster. It was a non-binding vote. Our view at Coutts is that UK assets, we will get through this. UK assets are worth investing in. There's a lot of great companies here. And we're very tied to the global economy. We do have a lot of services, and we think we'll get through this.
But a lot of money has moved from the city elsewhere, those outflows of cash. Should we worry about that? What difference does it make for financial services here?
I don't think it makes a huge difference. A lot of the cash that has moved has probably been cash that was owned by European companies, and they're simply transferring the custody back to somewhere in Europe. What matters is who's making decisions about the asset, who's providing legal advice, who's providing accountancy. And a lot of that, I think, will stay in the City of London. We've got a great ecosystem with all of those services that's really unmatched by anywhere in Europe.
Now, Simon, you're really optimistic about the fortunes for the city. You are very invested in the city. What does Brexit mean for you? You're in an insurance firm. It's hard to see how you would be affected, but what difference does it make?
We're mainly predominantly in business insurance, so we insure all types of business in the UK, from professional services to manufacturers. So obviously we're impacted as they are impacted. But I mean, a similar message really. I'm quite confident and optimistic in the country, particularly the City of London and the financial services sector. It's well established, it's got really strong roots, and I think it can certainly withstand Brexit. And I'm at the position now where I think that the people made a brave decision back in 2016, whether you agree with it or not. And us in business, and certainly the politicians, need to be equally bold and brave now and deliver on it and make a success of it.
I mean, we all saw the headlines, about how many jobs would move to Europe, how much money would leave the country, whether you'd still have access to the skills and the staff that you need. Can you do that? Have you still got access to the expertise that you need to run your business?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think you touched on it earlier. The initial projections were 500,000 jobs would leave the city. We've seen between 2,000 and 7,000, so a very small fraction of that. And the expertise and skills are certainly here. We've opened a city an office in the City of London since the Brexit vote, and there's no shortage of skills and CVs that we see. So I think there's a great skill base to tap into, yeah, for sure.
Okay, Simon, Shanti, thanks very much. Nice to see you both. So there you have it. That's one view or two views from the City of London in terms of what it will mean for them and whether they just can get on with business as usual. Clearly, lots of questions that still need answers, and as yet there are no answers from Westminster that will change anything here in the city.
Ben Thompson there. Let's move away from Brexit for a little bit now, because a tanker that was hijacked by migrants it had rescued